Hello and welcome back to Pink Monarch Prints. My name is Bobby and I'm a guest designer from Precious Memory Boxes Junk Journaling. And today we are going to create a couple fun and simple money envelopes that you can use for gift giving. And I'm using several different pieces from several different kits, but I have the papers from the Joyful Christmas collection. I also have some of the tags that we may use, and I have some pieces from the mini add-on kit. Let's see if I can find those. I just cut out some of the circles that went along with the kit there. So I have some of those. And then I also am using, as my neutral background on my papers, this is from this month's November 2024 subscription kit called A Joyful Journey. And I love the neutralness of the kit and the fact that you can use it, you can embellish it any way you want and it will fit the theme of what you are working on. Plus, I also wanted to make something that would be right for the guys and it wouldn't look so feminine. So I loved picking out this neutral background and the red check on the front. And so like I said, we're just going to make two simple envelopes, and you can decorate them and embellish them any way you like. But I brought a lot of choices with me. So I've got this whole little basket of trims and ribbons and whatnot in there, some buttons down in there. And in my other little basket, I've got some washi tape and some seam binding. So, and some, kit pieces that we can use. So we have plenty here to embellish with. All right, let's go ahead and get started. And I think we're going to start with the simplest one first. And this is just simply going to be a trifold envelope. Now my paper had white borders on it when I started, so I went ahead and cut those off. And so I'm working with paper that is about 10 1/4 inches long. And it's about 8 inches wide. So I am simply just going to fold this up, and it's just your own personal preference how far you want that to come up. I think I'm going to go about 3 to 3.5 inches here. And I'm going to fold that down. And let's see, what did I do with my bone folder? There it is. So we'll just press that down. There we go. And you could make gussets if you want on the side, if you're planning on putting more than just money in here. If you want to put a little, gift or some gift cards and some money. But I'm just making it as a money envelope, so I don't really need to have the gusseted sides. And then this piece is going to fold down for our top. And so I'm going to go ahead and fold that and try to make sure it's as even as possible. All right, and that's pretty simple there. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to round my corners on the top here, because I do like a rounded corner. I think it just kind of makes it look more finished if you have those. All right, and then we're going to go ahead and just glue the side here. Now I am going to glue up to the top, not quite up to the top here, just to make it a little easier for you to open that. If you have a round paper punch, let me grab mine. You can cut a little hole in there, a notch, to make it easier to get things in and out of. And this is a 2 1/4 punch. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But we're going to give it a try here. And just kind of make, eyeball it, center it, and just make it where you want it. There we go. All right, and we're going to hold on to that little piece. So there we have a little notch that we can use. Also, if you have a decorative border punch, you could use that along here, if you like, to just embellish the front of your envelope there. All right, I'm going to go ahead and quickly ink a little bit of this, and then we'll glue those. So the ink just helps the openings stand out and make it easier to see. And it also, if you like the vintage grungy look, it just definitely adds to that, which I do. And of course, if you were making this for a guide, they may appreciate that detail also. Okay. Sorry if I'm getting out of the camera shy there. All right. Now, I don't want to make this too fancy, but I do want to add a little bit of this and that. So let's go ahead and glue this. And I'm going to get it as close to the side as I can and leave about 1/2 inch at the top, just to make it a little easier for someone to slide the money in and out, or a gift card. You could probably put 2 or 3 gift cards in here if you like, if you prefer gift cards instead of money. All right. So let's see what we have to decorate this with. All right, so let's see. I've got some pretty laces, and I'm not so sure that men are much into lace, but we could probably, I don't think that would be too unmanly, or we could do rickrack. That may be a little more manly to do the rickrack. I love this dark green rickrack. Let's see if I can find where I've got it started. There it is. And we'll just use a piece of that. Is everybody getting in the full swing of Christmas crafting yet? It seems like we're always, ahead, but that's kind of how you have to be if you're using them to make as gifts, or or you do craft fairs, or you've got to be a little bit ahead of the game to get it all done. All right, so I'm going to snip that off. And then we'll go ahead, and I usually put the glue on the rickrack if it's large enough. That way I know I have it on here, and I'm just using our glitter glue. It works well for this. I am new to using these little glue bottles, and I tell you what, I like them. They're easier to control for the most part, and they don't seem to get as clogged as often as the bigger bottles do. All right. Let's flip that over, and we're going to line that right up on the edge the best we can. There we go. Okay, and when after that dries, we'll just trim off that little extra bit there. There we go. All right, and just for a little more embellishment, let's see what we could add. And then I think we'll do a Velcro closure on this. All right, you could do Velcro, which I think is what we're going to do. You could do a belly band. Take some paper and make a paper strip around it with a belly band. You could just simply, make a tag down here that it hooks under and close it that way. So there's lots of different ways. You could tie ribbon or lace around it. So lots of different ways to make that. All right, so what do we want to add here? I think, let's see if we can find, my other thought was also that I wanted to add a gift tag to it. So we're going to make a little cluster down here, and then maybe punch and make a place for our gift tag. So I've got the 25 in the circle here that I want to go ahead and ink around just to get rid of the white edges. And these again come from the mini Christmas add-on kit. It has lots of numbers, different colors that you can use. You can make an advent calendar with them if you like. You know, just whatever you want to use them for. All right, and let's see. I may use kind of a smaller tag to help anchor these. So I was thinking about maybe putting 25 down here. And we might just trim that off to make it a little shorter. Let's go at this end since we have a square edge. Now something else we can do if you're making this for a gentleman, for a guy, and I'm just going to go ahead and trim this off right here so it'll be a little, not so much extra space there, is add some stamping, like some numbers to it. Kind of give it that grungy Tim Holtz type of feeling. I'm going to go ahead, I ink that, but I'm going to go ahead and trim this a little bit right here. There we go, and then I'll ink that some more. All right, I'm going to put that down in the corner here. There we go. All right, let's grab, before we do our outside tag here, let me see if I've got some Velcro here with me. There we go. All right, and let's see. Now you can ink these if you want them to blend in more. You know, if you don't want the white to stand out, you can go ahead and ink these. It's a little hard to do on the rough side there, but the soft side, it'll take the color. So if you don't want those to stand out so much, just ink them a little bit. Don't think that's working on that side. It's pulling my brush off. But I like to, when I'm doing something more neutral, I like to knock back the bright color a little bit. And so what I do is I just position these where I think I'll need them. So let's start with the top one, because that'll be easier. And we're going to put one there. And so that's about an inch in, and about one there. And then we'll take these and set them on top. Now you may want to add a little extra glue to these, just to make sure that they will stick, you know, for a long time. All right, and then I'm going to go ahead and press those down. And then you can just lift them up. There we go. And once that glue completely dries, oh, that one shifted on me. Let me pull it down a little. There we go. That happens sometimes. These are not the most strong ones. You may want, you know, you can pick up some stronger ones on Amazon. Those just came from Dollar Tree, but they'll work. All right. And then let's, before we add our tag, because I still want to add a tag here, let's do a little stamping on the top there. And let's see, I should have brought some craft paper in here with me. Let's see if I have any in my cart that I could quickly grab. Well, I do not. That's all right. Let's go ahead and maybe we'll take another neutral tag and cut this off just because I want it to be even. Actually, that looks fine. I was going to say I want it to be even all the way around, but then we'll cut off our black line. But let's take that and we're going to stamp on it Merry Christmas. And let me grab my ink here. And I'm going to use black so that it will stand out stronger. And then let me grab a Merry Christmas stamp here. These are new. I haven't got a chance to use them yet. I've actually had these for a while and just haven't had a chance to use them. Okay, now let's see. That's not all going to fit on there. So we'll stamp Merry and then we'll stamp Christmas below it. So let me get that on there. And so I'm just going to ink up Merry first. So I'll bring the stamp pad to the stamp. Now you could stamp this on here yourself, but I think with the black background that's on there, that might make it hard to see. So I'm just going to try to center this. There we go. That's stamped really nice. Let me wipe that off and we'll stamp the Christmas. All right. Just another simple way to add to your Christmas makes that you want to make is adding a little stamping. All right. And I'm going to try to center that. There we go. Beautiful. That turned out really nice. All right. I'm going to go ahead and glue that down here. So great way again to use the tags. This tag comes from the kit this month, the November subscription kit, which is Joyful Journey. So great, another way to use your tags is to use them as labels. There we go. We've got our Velcro tabs. And then, let's see, we're going to pick out, I want something, that one's quite busy. I want something nice but not too busy. I also printed on the back, so if you want to add a to and from on the back, you can. And you can also write it here on the front. So I'm going to go ahead, grab my crocodile. And we'll go ahead and punch the hole in the tag itself. I'm going to use the larger hole. There we go. And then let's go ahead and open this up. And we'll just decide where we want to attach this. All right. I think about there looks good. Grab an eyelet, and I think I'm going to use a white one. Or maybe, yeah. No, let's do black or antique because we've got black in there. Let's grab a black one. ahead and press that in. Oops, popped out of there. Let me move. Got everything in my way here. Let me move that a little bit and it'll be easier. I have to do it upside down, even though that's not the best way to do it. Let me think about this. I've never tried to do it that way, so sometimes I'm not very coordinated. Does anyone else have that problem? Let's try this again. There we go. And there we go. All right, and we'll set that over there. And then you can use a bulb pin if you have that, or a safety pin if you have those. I had a bulb pin out here. I don't know what I did with it. Or I was thinking you can also use a little ribbon, which I think I might do here, and just attach it. I've got some simple little Christmas ribbon here. And there you will have your simple money envelope, but yet the person you give it to can tell that you put some thought and a little work into it. Went the wrong way there, because we want that to be on the outside. Okay, there we go. We'll just rethread it and make it easier. All right, and I'm just going to tie a little knot here. Depends on how far down you want it to hang. Now let's make a little, we'll make a little bow. Sorry, I'm making this look a lot more awkward than it needs to look. My fingers are not cooperating with me today. There we go. And I'll trim off a little excess of this bow that we don't really need there. And you can just kind of twist and turn that until you get it to the spot that you want it to. Let me see if I can bring that down. I need to, it's hard to make that tighter. Let's see. There we go. That's a little better. All right. And there we go. There is our simple and quick Christmas envelope. Now you could also stamp on the back if you want. But if you just want to keep it simple and nice, there's a nice simple envelope for you. Okay, for our second one, I again have a paper that is from our November subscription kit, A Joyful Journey. And I love this one because it's a beautiful collage paper. And instead of making this one horizontal, like this money envelope is, we're going to make this one vertical. So we're going to do a little bit of scoring here. And let me go ahead and move this one. And we're going to score this. Oops, wrong board. Let me grab my scoreboard here. I could have used that, but I prefer this scoreboard. It's easier. All right. And so we are going to score at 2 inches. And then we're going to flip this around and score again at 2 inches. And that's going to help create our tuck pockets on the inside. And that's all the scoring we need. And let's go ahead and fold those in. That gives us a nice tuck pocket there. Let me grab my bone folder and press those sides down a little bit. Also, if you'd like to ink your sides, this would be a good time to do it. I'll just do that quickly. All right, and then let's see, we'll just ink along here. If you want to round your corners, you can, but I'm not going to on this one. I'm going to leave the corners straight, and we're going to take this and we're going to fold it in half. Okay. And that leaves just enough room for our money or a gift card or whatever it is you choose to put in there. And then we're going to go ahead and we will glue down our top and bottoms on these. And so now we've created 2 tuck spots on each side of our envelope. So we have one here and one here. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and ink that a little bit where we folded it. There we go. And now we're just going to create some type of focal point on the front. I love how this has like a label almost built into it there. But I think what we'll do is we'll again use some of the labels from this month's kit. And I like that one, but it's a little busy. I think we'll use one of these more neutral ones. They are a bit long, but I actually kind of like that. I'm going to leave that there kind of like a tab. So let's go ahead and glue this down. Now again, you could use stamps if you want to stamp a sentiment like Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays. Or I also have some stickers. Let me grab one of those that we can use. Let's see here. What did I do with my stickers? There they are. Okay. And let's see what Christmas ones we have. So we've got this one here. And let's see if I have any more Christmas. I think that's all the Christmas ones I have. And the colors on those match beautifully with this kit. So what I think I'll do is pick out one of these stickers along with maybe one of our mini add-ons from the mini add-on Christmas kit. So we've got a few numbers, we've got some shapes there. So we just need to decide which one we want to use. I really like that floral. I think we'll go for that one. And a trick with these clear stickers is if you kind of go around and burnish them down with your bone folder here, it kind of helps those lines disappear so they blend in better for you. So we've got that there. I think I'm just gonna leave that like it is. And then I was thinking of maybe taking a couple tags down here and maybe just make a cute little focal point. Let me see what other ones I have in here. Okay, so I like that one, but it seems real busy, and I think it distracts from the prettiness of the kit. I do like that one. I also love this one, but since we added that flower there, we don't necessarily need another one. We could do something like that and layer the tags. Oh, I kind of like that. I might round the edges. Let's do that. Let me grab my corner rounder here. There we go. Sorry about that. I've got my cart turned backwards from the way I usually have it, and so struggling just a little bit to grab all my pieces. Okay. So let's see. Do we want to have 3? Or do we want to have just 2? I kind of like the third one, but I think what I'm going to do with it is go ahead and see if I can also round these up here. There we go. It'll kind of be more like a label that way. Nope, I think I like it like that. Instead of cutting this one out, I think I'm just going to kind of cover it with a little bit of ink so it blends in there. Sorry, there's a piece of hair or something stuck on one of these or stuck on my hand. I don't know which. All right, I think we got it. So we've got that, and then we can add something like this. And I don't have any word labels in here with me, but it would be so neat to have a word label to add on there. But I think I'm all right with that right there. Let's go ahead and glue that down. There you go, and depending upon who you're making this for, you know, it can be for a man or a lady. So that's one of the nice things about the different pieces here. Then on the inside, you could decorate more in here if you want to. I think I might maybe add, oops, see if I can get all of that, a little bit of washi tape. I think that would look neat. That would also just kind of reinforce this a little bit. So this is sticky. All right. So let's go ahead and open that. You can add some extra glue if you like, if you don't think the tape is sticky enough. This is some of the, like Tim Holtz type fabric tape. But this is really sticky, so I think it'll be all right. And I'm going to turn it around this way. There we go. And I think I might just fold that over. I think it'll be all right. It's so sticky, I hate to cut it with my scissors there. This though will trim that little extra piece off there. And do we want to do a different type of washi down this side, or should we do the same one? I really like this one. So let's go ahead and add that to this side. There we go. And make sure we're going the right way. And I'm just going to fold that over. I think it blends right in there. You can't really even tell it's not part of the paper. All right, so now all we need to do is figure out where we want to put our closure and how we want to do our closure. I was thinking of, I would like to do a eyelet type closure, but I probably should have done that before I glued those down. So I'm not sure. That might still work. Let's see. Let me find a piece of paper that we can tuck in there. So I think that might still work if we do it close enough on the edge. Let's go ahead and try that. So we're going to go ahead and we'll punch our holes first, and then we'll add a couple eyelets. I'm going to use the large hole, and we are going to try to get it close to the edge so that we'll still have room to tuck in our money or gift cards. There we go. That fabric tape was a little harder for that to go through, but there we go. All right, and let's add a couple eyelets here. I think I'm going to go for the antique brass looking ones this time. Looks like I'm getting low on eyelets. I'm going to have to check into ordering some. All right. Oops, I've got that upside down. There we go. There's one. Let's go ahead and do this one. You could also just tie a piece of elastic around with a button, if you have that, or a charm. You could just tie some seam binding around. If you just want to tie it around it, you could do that. Let's see. I had some already cut. What did I do with it? Here it is. All right. So I already had this cut. So we're just going to pull it up through here. See if my knot will hold, or if I need to make a bigger knot. I think that'll work. And then we're going to go ahead and add this one here. There we go. And I've already got a knot. And you still have room to tuck in your, like, anything that you want to tuck in there. So I think that'll still work with no problem. And then you can just go ahead and tie this shut. Whoops. Turn that over so the bow is facing upright. And create a bow. I'm not the best bow maker, but we try. All right, and there we go. I love the crinkled seam binding. That just adds so much to it. And there you go. You can, I really think it needs something right there. Let's stamp something real quick, and then we'll have it done. So let's see, I've got a Be Jolly stamp. Let's stamp that on there. I just keep looking at that blank spot thinking it needs something. All right, let's grab a Be Jolly. And let me grab a stamp block here. And then I'm going to use, you could use your distressed oxides if you like, or inks, but I'm going to go ahead and use this black VersaFine ink. And we're going to go ahead and get that extra ink I got on there off. And let's see, let me untie this real quick. I want that to lay flat for just a moment, so well, I didn't pull the right string there. All right, there we go. All right, and let me open that up so it'll lay flat. And we're going to put that right above that label. And there we go. Be Jolly. Perfect. All right. So there you have it. We have 2 Christmas money envelopes for you. Quick and simple and easy. And I think they turned out quite beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Bye.